Shalom. All right, bear with me. Let me check the feed real quick. We'll get rolling. All right, hey, shalom, shalom. All right, shalom. Before I get started with this live camp, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak, Badash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Hakim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect. Just pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to all you brothers out there, man. The hopeful elect, all right? We in that time, all right? We in the time of Babylon's season finale, man. The credits are about to roll, man. All right? And this whore is about to get taken down. And that's what we out here to proclaim unto you people, man. That America's demise is near, all right? Pay attention to what's going on all over the earth right now. What's going on in America, all right? The destruction, all right? Wickedness, famines, all right? And what's going on now? These bank runs, man. Mass panic. People ain't about to get their money, all right? You about to see shit get really real out here, man. All right, as we come into these times of them basically crashing the dollar, all right? Economic woes and turmoil, man. And we told you, once again, we told you that what? That the bag, all right? That the money was gonna go away, it was gonna go poof, man. Like magic, right before your eyes, right? Because you gotta understand the elites, they're on borrowed time, man. All right? The scriptures say that the Lord has put bounds upon Esau that he can't pass. So right now, we're at the climax, the pinnacle of his rule, all right? And before he initiates that new world order, all right, he's going to be taken down with great violence. Matter of fact, let's open up with this, right? We at the last scenes of the movie, all right? That last 30 minutes, right? Before the credits start to roll, man. Before the antagonist is destroyed, all right? And the underdog wins. This is where we at in the Lord's story, real quick, all right? That's why you got to be able to have the Holy Spirit. You got to have the eyesight to see it, man. Many can't see, right? But anyway, let's open up with this. All right, this is Psalm 91, verse 1, and it reads, it says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty," man. All right? And where are we going to dwell at? In the secret place of the Most High? Through the knowledge of these scriptures, man. All right? It says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty, man. All right? And see, Lord willing, you know, we're part of the elect, and we're able to abide under the shadow of the Almighty, man. It's protection, because we're going to need that covering, man. All right? We're starting to really see this thing, you know, come to pass. Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, said that, man. Though it tarry, wait for it, it will surely come, it will not tarry. Look what's happening, man. The economy is about to bubble over. They got a mandate to see her. All right? Jacob's trouble, martial law, famines. All right, plagues and pestilence. We just came out of the Passover, and look what happened, man. And we've been prophesying under that, man. We said right in the midst of the Passover, before or after, that something was going to happen. And what happened? Bank runs, mass panic. All right, banks closing down, people losing money. All right, panic ensuing, man. People don't know, the confusion is settling in. People don't know what the fuck's about to happen, but we know. And therefore, we're going to need to be covered under the shadow of the Almighty. Read it on. Psalms 91 and 2, it says, "I will say of the Lord, Yahweh Shai Shai, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in Him will I trust." And that's what we're going to trust in. We're going to trust in the power of Yahweh Shai Shai, by Hashem Rakak Dash, man. All right? There's no other means out here that can cover you from the judgment that's about to happen, man. Your riches, hey, the scriptures say riches profit not in the day of wrath. Basically, riches certainly grow themselves wings and fly away as the eagles toward heaven, man. Right? None of that's gonna save you. Your contra guns you got laced up at the crib. All right? Doomsday prepping, hoarding tons of food. None of that's gonna cover you. None of that's gonna save you unless you have the protection of the Almighty, man. Right? That's why we're telling Jake out there to repent, all right, and come into the fold, man. Okay? Because them doors are about to close. The doors to the spiritual ark is about to close, man. As it tells you. During the time of the flood, what happened? Hey, Noah got in the ark, and the Lord, the angel of the Lord, sealed them doors up, man. And we're coming in that time, man, where the Lord is literally about to seal this thing up. It's about to be a wrap for the men of the Lord, the prophets, the words that you hear out here on the highways and hedges. All right? All these things are about to close up. Basically, wisdom is about to withdraw itself, man. All right? Read it on. Psalms 91:3, it says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. What is that? That's the nuclear destruction. All right? Be it ICBM nuclear missiles, right? Which was written about in the Song of Moses. You can read about that in Deuteronomy 32, verse 41 on down. All right? Because the prophet Moses saw the vision. He saw the nuclear destruction as all the other prophets did, man. Isaiah, right? He said that this war shall be with burning fuel and fire, right? They didn't have nuclear missiles around at that time. You know, they're also described as fiery serpents, man. So, hey, these are the visions that the prophets saw, all right, concerning, all right, these arrows, which is the modern day missile. Okay? They saw them arrows come out of the silos and hit the earth. We're in them times. Read it on. All right? Shalakia. Psalm 91:2. Psalm 91:2 again, it says, I will say of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress. My power in him will I trust. Then woe unto you that put your trust in the shadow of Egypt. We see that now. It said what? That it should lead to your shame and your confusion, man.
Much short, that's for sure.
Right? You put your trust in Pharaoh. All right? The presidency. All right? The political cabinets. You thought America had your best interests at heart. Right? You took them damn juice shots. Look what happened to you. All right? Now you're in dire straits. Now you're worried about the economy. You know? Man. Psalm 91:3. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. All right? That's the nuclear destruction. Verse 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and thy buckler, right? And his wings represent the angels, the chariots, right? We're in the time where the Lord is manifesting the angels, all right? The Pentagon just released, you know, the mothership. There's a mothership right over the earth, all right? That's unleashing other smaller so-called UFOs, other chariots, man. So what the Lord is doing, he's doing a, what's the term called? A reconnaissance, man. Basically, the Lord is spying out the land. Because the Lord said in Amos, let's get that real quick. All right. You know, the Lord spying out the land before he takes it, before he destroys it. This is Amos 9:8. It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord, power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, are upon the simple kingdom. All right. And you can apply that to America. The eyes of the Lord, the angels, they're upon the simple kingdom. They're watching all the wickedness, all right, and evil that's playing out in this damn place, man. All right? This land is full of filth, all right, homosexuality, transformism, pedophilia, all right, Satanism, witchcraft, you name it, man. All right? Everything, every evil imagination that man can think of is exercised in this place, man. All right? So the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. That's why you're seeing a plethora of the so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of the Lord. They're all over the place, man. Hey, brother. This is a sign from heaven. Appreciate you, brother. All right, Amos 9:8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power, Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai, are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. All right, so that's the destiny for Babylon. America, man. The Lord is about to destroy this place from off the face of the earth via nuclear destruction. All right, and also what? The force and power that's going to come from the angels, man, from them chariots. All right, it says, saving that I would not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai. So the Lord is going to spare, he's going to spare the remnant seed, the elect. He's not going to utterly destroy all of the house of Jacob, man. That's why salvation on this side is for who? The elect, right? As the lesson I did earlier, all right? Only the elect will be guided towards this knowledge, man, all right? This is what this word is for. This is who the word, this gospel, this good news is for. It's for the elect, all right? Shalom, God bless you, man. Shabbat. I see you, man. I gotta be like you, man.
Brother, that's you, bro.
I gotta be like you. So anyway, going back. All right, we just talking about the season finale of Babylon.
Walk into the next building.
That's it.
Through the skyway?
Yeah, it's a series, man. You know? But anyway. Hey, cause you see it, man. That's why everybody's bugging out. They see, like, look, it's clearly seen that this place is about to fall, man.
Everybody in denial mode. That's that false sense of safety.
Yup. Yeah, Biden on the panel talking about the banks are good, you can trust the economy, everything's gonna be cool. Right. Donald Trump talking about he gonna prevent World War III, all this shit, man.
Right, but when you look at the videos of these watchcasts of the FDIC, they're avidly telling you, like, look, the American people have more faith in the US dollar than most of the people in the room are the people that work for the FDIC. And then you had the member of the FDIC that pretty much said, if it gets to the point where you have to give this illusion of safety that everything is okay, right, it's not okay. That means that it's gotten to the point where it ain't good. The market's been super volatile this whole week, but today especially the markets was down because it's not just happening here in America.
Right.
You got over in Sweden, Credit Suisse, right? They're going through a lot of shit right now, where the Sweden regulators just had to back them, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
I saw it to the letter after.
No, you good. I'm looking for this article real quick. I was looking at this like a few weeks ago. I had it queued up on my computer. But just adding on to what you said, this is from Reason.com. It says, do politicians have a First Amendment right to lie to you? You see that? So, hey, these damn politicians, all right, they're lying to you, man. All right? They're set up, all right, to keep you in that false sense of security as the brother was going into, right? It says, do politicians have a First Amendment right to lie on the campaign trail? Probably so. Suggests a federal court in a new ruling. And that's why we said, woe unto you that trust in Egypt, man. They feed you the same bullshit every 4 years, and your situation never changes here, man. But yet, it's gotten worse. But yet, you screaming down the people's necks to go out there and make your vote count, man. Showing that you people are in a strong delusion. The Lord even said that I would choose these people's delusions, man. Right? So all hope, all hope and security and trust is basically fading away from this society, man. People are starting to wise up now, man. But it's the point in time where it's too late now, man.
Heal Babylon. There's no way you can heal Babylon, man. Babylon is out the way. We're seeing that transition of power right now. The nation of Yasha'Allah is being built and exalted, right?
Right.
And in modern day Egypt, as was Egypt of old, is constantly being chanted down.
That's it, man. You chanting down the walls of Babylon, man. So let's go back. Psalm 91 in verse 5, it says, I'll read verse 4 again. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler, man. That's why the scriptures tell us in Ephesians the 6th chapter to what? Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right? Because, hey, this is a real war. This is a real spiritual war we're in the midst of, man. You know, we're not wrestling against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high places, man. You're talking about demonic forces on the left-hand side, man. Pretty much in this story of the Lord's, it's the elect versus the so-called elect on the left-hand side, if you will, man. The elites of Esau. Everybody else is just extras to the story, man. It's all about the main two characters, Esau and Jacob, man. Right? Real quick, give me Romans 9, where it talks about how, you know, Jacob was already chosen before the beginning. I think it's Romans 9. Start at verse 10. We'll go back to that. Go back.
Romans chapter 9 and verse 10.
Yep.
And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh, according to election might stand.
So this is the story here, man. This is the purpose of the story that I'm telling you here, man. On how this is the Lord's movie. All right? Can you read that one more time for me? I'll read down to the next verses too.
Romans 9 and 11. For the children being not yet born.
The children, Esau and Jacob, being not yet born. Go ahead.
Neither having done any good or evil.
That's right.
That the purpose of Yahweh, according to election, might stand.
Right. So before Esau and Jacob were even conceived, it was already predestined that what? Jacob was the chosen seed. Right. So this is what it's all about. This is the movie that's playing out here, man. All right. Esau and Jacob. Any more in there?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Not of works, but of him that calleth.
But of him that calleth.
This is purpose.
This is purpose.
Verse 12. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
That's it. Because, hey, guess what? You Edomites, all right, you going into slavery. You know? That's why when Jacob came out of the womb, what did it say? He held first the hill of Esau. That was prophetic. All right? Because that's symbolized that in the latter days, in the times of the future, Jacob was going to pull Esau out of power. And that's how the roles are being played out on the earth right now. Esau is being pulled out of power. And it's heavy because right now, in Rome 2.0, right, you're starting to see a lot of Jakes take high positions of power. You know, the military, you know, in the financial realm, you know, you got Jakes that are basically in high positions in Rome, man. Which also symbolize what? The fall of this place, man. So it's all spiritual, right? Go ahead, you finish it up.
Verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Yeah, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Right? It tells you that. Even your own scholars break it down. That Esau Edom is the only nation that wasn't given any mercy from the Most High. Right? This is it. You know, his blessing was the sword, the fatness of the earth. Right? He was given the world, if you will, man. But guess what? His rule was limited.
He had a purpose. As we had just read, up at verse 11, it was all to the calling of Yahweh's purpose, man.
That's it.
Who was going to be the protagonist in the story and the antagonist.
Exactly.
You know, these are the two main characters in the whole movie.
That's it. That's it. And that's why Romans the 20th chapter, right? When that old serpent when Satan was loosed, what did it say? He was loosed for a season.
Definitely one
Right?
day early.
Going back to the revival, you know, of the ancient Roman Empire, the Renaissance period, and on that point on forward, he's been ruling, but less than what, like half a day, you know. So literally, his rulership was limited, man. As I quoted earlier in Job, you know, he's reached bounds that he can't pass. The Lord put a cap. The Lord put a cap on his rulership, man. Right?
Can I get a quick piece?
You got it, bro.
This is Revelation chapter 20 and verse 3.
Yep.
And cast him into the bottomless pit. Matter of fact, I'll start off.
Okay, go ahead.
Revelation 20 and 1.
Yep.
And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit.
Yep, and that angel would be Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
and a great chain in his hand.
Right, and the bottomless pit is representative of Europe. Right, it's Europe. Right, the place that lacks natural resources. You can actually look it up. Right, in the Google it'll break it down. Europe is known for not having natural resources. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil.
Yeah, the dragon, the old serpent, going back to what? The pagan Roman Empire. Basically, the Western Roman Empire, man. Because you had two Roman empires. You had the Western Roman Empire, and you had the Eastern. The Byzantine, the Holy Roman Empire, and then you had the Western, which is also known as the pagan Roman Empire. And that was the one that fell. Right? Go ahead.
And Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Yeah, he was bound 1,000 years. So that's the point when Esau basically was taken out of power. He was bound.
Dark Ages.
The Dark Ages, meaning his influence was sealed up.
Right.
You know, and then he was cast into them caves.
It's not a coincidence that here it is, Esau is able to do all this deep research, but you'll never hear about this 1,000-year period.
Yeah.
He can go all the way back to the Egyptians, right? To the Moabite dynasties,
Right.
With Genghis Khan and all of them. But when it comes to that 1,000-year period in Europe, it's just, I don't know, man.
Yeah. He'll say that was a period of time where there was no type of advancement in the earth. It was just basically
It was plagues.
it was plagues, and it was just a standstill. Nothing happened at that time. Right? But that's the devil for you.
Very
Right?
well known.
Go ahead.
Verse 3, and cast him into the bottomless pit,
Yep, Europe.
and shut him up,
Mm-hmm.
and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more.
Yeah, you see that? So he was shut up. He was bound. Right? He was taken down. Ultimately, he was cast into them caves, man. All right? Go ahead.
Till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled.
To the 1,000 years for fulfilled. So that prophecy actually coincides with history. All right? At the time of the pagan Roman Empire, the Western Roman Empire, when it fell, right? Basically, it was a period of 1,000 years. And you had Jake ruling known as the Dark Ages, man. The Byzantine Empire, which means backwards. That's what Esau's way of demonizing it. But it was the Holy Roman Empire. Jake was ruling, man. Right? You can look it up. Go ahead.
And after that, he must be loosed for a little season.
See that? That's the point. So after that period of time, going into like really the mid 1300s, all right, he was loosed. That was the Renaissance period, man. The rebirth, man. You have something called iconoclasm, where Esau basically destroyed and changed all the images of the prophets, the saints, the Lord, all right, the Messiah himself, into crackers, man. He put himself up as God, man. Basically, blasphemy of the Holy Spirit, man. This is what he did, because that Renaissance period wasn't only just with art, it was history itself, right? This man changed up everything, man. You see that? Matter of fact, go to Job 9:24. Get that. You know? He rebirthed himself. Basically, it was the rebirth of the Greco-Roman Empire influence in the earth, man. You know, the idols, the way of life, that whole spirit, man. He brought that back, right? Revelation 13, the deadly wound was healed, because that power, that Greco-Roman influence is being exercised through America today. This is Rome 2.0, right? Go ahead, Al.
This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Yeah, that's it. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked.
Yeah, don't want to do the line.
Go
I know
ahead.
about that already.
If not, where?
Yeah, they kept walking.
And who is
What
it?
the fuck you looking at? What? You gonna leave me alone. I know the truth. I know more.
This is Job, chapter 9, verse 24.
And that show you, man, hey, when the Lord unleashed them spirits, you know, these 2/3 to start getting busy on Esau, man, it's gonna be crazy. Y'all better shut down.
Because really the only thing that's protecting Esau is the law.
That's it.
When the law of the land go out, hey,
That's it.
when the law of the land go out, man, these people about to turn up like crazy.
It's crazy, man.
Job 9 and 24.
Did everything.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
All right, so the scripture say that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, the wicked, the Edomites.
Yeah, keep on speaking that.
Go ahead.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
That's what he did. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. Who are the judges? The prophets and the Lord. The angels. All right? Get that in Revelation 13 too. How he blasphemed the images. Read on. I'll finish that out.
Job 9:24, the latter. If not, where and who is he?
Right, so if the so-called white man ain't the wicked, then where is he at? Who is he, man? It said that the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So who's ruling?
Look at his track record. Imperialism, iconoclasm, rape, rob, pillage. Like the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
This is pursuant to Revelation the 6th chapter, that red horse
Yep.
that took peace from the earth, man.
That's it.
Who took peace from the earth? The so-called white race,
Yep.
which are the biblical Edomites.
That's it.
They're the ones that align with that nation of people, man.
That's it.
And it's proven. Who else is in the position of authority and influence and under his rulership has homelessness, poverty, right?
Mm-hmm.
All madness of wickedness being promoted on a high frequency, as the elder had referenced, the revitalization of the Greco-Roman Empire, man.
That's it, man.
It's all under the banner of the Edomites.
And it said that he covered the faces of the judges thereof, going back to iconoclasm. Even today, man. That's why when you go in all these churches, these harlot houses, what do you see, man? You see an image of a so-called white man as the Lord, man. Blonde hair and blue eyes, right? Going back to, really going back to Serapis Christos, all right? During the time of Ptolemy Soter I, all right, who had his son set up as the Messiah. And it tells you even back then when you read the history, it said that the names Serapis Christos and Jesus Christ were interchangeable. So they were using both names at that time, man. And then today you got the Borgias, going back to the Cesare Borgia, right? The first crime family. When you read about that, when you look up the history, right? This man was a fucking Mo. He had sex with his sister. When you go into the history, man, right? And his father had him set up as the Messiah, man. You see that? You know, you got it. Get that. Yeah, bring it out.
Hey, give me that jack now.
We was done with that in Revelation, right?
Pull over.
I'm gonna go back to the Psalm 91.
What?
But you can bring that real quick. We just in the spirit.
So First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likenesses of their images.
Yeah, you got it out.
Also, as the elder and the brother was going into, man, these men, they understand the scriptures, man.
That's right.
They went in to purposely deface all the men of color so that they could put themselves in that seat, man.
Yeah.
You know that this whole thing was them trying to take the place of the true chosen, man.
Yeah, and you know this man is the devil because look, you don't see a Chinese Jesus. You don't see an Ishmaelite Jesus and all that. Every image that you see in the Catholic, in the Christian church, it's a so-called white man. He put himself up.
It's power. You know, the scriptures speak about the nation of Israel being sovereign, a nation above all the rest. So by him establishing himself in the likeness of the true Israelites, he was able to further his influence and power over the nation because it's known. You know, that's why people, they'll shy away from the topic of Esau, really, of the so-called white race being the villains that they are.
Yeah.
Because they set up these images to pretty much put a block on your mind.
Hey, it shows you, man. Like you said, he has the power and influence, man. You know, scriptures talk about how not to envy thy oppressor. That's why even amongst Jake, that's why Jake bleaches his skin to look lighter skin. That's why niggas is walking around with blonde hair. Right? This is why Jake has taken on that whole culture of the Edomite, that emo shit, looking like a damn gothic Satanist and shit. A degenerate, man. Black nails, tats all over the face, piercings and shit. That was Edomite culture, man. But that shows you he holds the power and influence. That's why these people, they want to be like Esau. Basically, the leprous skin was a standard of beauty here, man.
And that's a curse.
And that's a damn curse, man.
Yeah, it was a goddamn curse. Leprosy.
That's it, leprosy,
Don't
brother.
get it mixed up now.
That's
I know
it.
that.
Yeah, that's it. That's a curse.
Speak it right.
Yeah. You know,
Leprosy.
going all the way back to Cain.
Before Cain.
You know, But go ahead, give me that one in Revelation 13. That's what I call for. Revelation 13 and
But Moses brought him
13 and 7. It talks about how he blasphemed the images. Yeah, I got you. All right, this
I
is.
got you.
Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 6.
Yep.
And he opened his mouth and blasphemy against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Yeah, he opened his mouth and blasphemy against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And that's being played out in the earth now, man. God doesn't exist, science over God. God, you know, we don't need God anymore. You know, go ahead.
To blaspheme his name.
To blaspheme his name. You call him God, Jesus Christ, Yah, you know, Jehovah.
His name don't matter.
You
His
know?
name don't matter, but let somebody call you the wrong name.
Exactly.
That ain't my name, dog.
Right. You got one more time.
You got one more time to violate me, bro. Play with me, bro.
Right. Stop playing on my name. Go ahead, Doc.
And his tabernacle.
And his tabernacle. What is his tabernacle? His people, man. All right? Go ahead.
And them that dwell in heaven.
And they that dwell in heaven, which is the angels. That's why, hey, go on Google right now and type in the angel of the Lord. You're going to see naked little babies. You're going to see naked women, naked white men with wings on their back. Right? You're going to pay for that shit, man. All right? Hey, kids, you not. Go on to Google and look it up. Type in the angel of the Lord and you'll get them images, man.
Yeah, you're not going to see any angel that looks like any of us brothers up there.
You know?
No, that's the true appearance of them.
Come on, man.
Melanated angels. That's the true image of them.
Yeah, and why the angels got to be naked? What's up with that? But that shows you going all the way back to them damn Greeks and Romans, man. You know, that pedophilia, that nastiness, right? Go ahead, I'll finish it out.
Verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
Right, and that's what happened to us, man. Esau overcame us and put us in slavery over here in America, man.
And that's your answer, Jake. Jake always wondering, damn, how is it that we got overcame by these people that are subservient to us? We stronger than them. We're faster than them. We're better than them. It was all the will of the Lord.
That's it.
It was prophecy.
That's it.
Because of your transgressions of the law. Because of you stepping out of the way of fearing the Lord and reverencing him.
Yep.
When you went another way, all hell came upon you.
That's it. The Lord said, I seen servants, what he said, I seen servants on horses and princes walking on the earth, something like that, roughly paraphrasing. If you know what that said, that's Ecclesiastes, right? You know?
This is Ecclesiastes. This is heavy. This is add. Ecclesiastes 10 and 5. I'll start up a couple verses.
That's right.
There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler. So this is speaking of the modern day ruler that's in power right now. The Lord is saying that there is an error that's seen on the earth right now. Okay? Verse 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low places. Okay? So the ways of this system of Esau Edom's hegemony is it exalts folly. You know?
Yep.
Right?
And it said the rich sit in a low place. The rich will represent us.
Right?
We're in a low position. We're in poverty, oppressed. We're at the bottom.
Verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Woo, you see that? And a prime example of that prophecy was that Roosevelt statue, man. Where you had Esau sitting on a horse, which the horse represents power. And then you had Judah and Gad. You had Judah on, I believe it was Judah on the right side, and you had Gad on the left, and they was walking as servants. They were slaves.
Southern and northern kingdom.
Northern and southern kingdom, man. Showing you that the Esau conquered the northern and southern kingdom. We were subject under him, man.
That's right.
Right? As we are to this very day. You know?
We are yet this day in our captivity.
Come on, man. Judah, Jeremiah 50 and 33. Get that real quick. Then we go back to that Psalm 91. All right? Jeremiah 50 and 33. Shah.
So Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel,
Yep.
and
The children of Israel, the northern kingdom, All right, you so-called Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics, all right, Seminole Indians, Arawak Indians, Taino Indians, Mayan Indians, right? Go ahead.
The children of Israel and the children of
The
Judah.
house of Judah, all right? You so-called Negroes, all right? West Indians, Jamaicans, and Haitians, man. You make up the house of Judah. Go ahead.
Were oppressed together.
See that? You were both oppressed together. You're still in captivity now. Go ahead.
And all that took them captives held them fast.
That's it.
They refused to let them go.
And all they that took them captives held them fast, and they refused to let them go, man. So you tribes are still in captivity, man. And that's why the Lord is about to vindicate our cause, right? It tells you about that Isaiah 34, for the controversy of Zion, man. The Lord's gonna melt this fucking place.
That's right.
Right?
Look at all the atrocities that they've committed against our people, man.
Yep.
Slavery, buck breaking. I mean, we could sit here all day and put Esau and these heathen nations on trials for the crimes against the tribes that they've committed, man.
That's right.
You know? And that's why this place, as the elder has said, is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles.
That's it.
Because of the atrocities committed against these people on this side. These people have never been ever retributed for the deeds that were done for the past 400 or 500 years, man.
That's it.
And people downplay it. Forget and forgive.
Right.
That's the past.
Move on.
Move on. But yet, you can see the direct ramifications of those events and how it plays out today.
Exactly. Yep. I got something to add on to what you said. This is James chapter 5 and verse 6, and it reads, it says, you have condemned and killed the just, all right, which the just represent the Israelites. It says, and he doeth not resist you, all right, because Jake don't have the power to fight back, right? Jake ain't got to stand in an army. Jake ain't got no military. Jake ain't got no type of organized system, man.
Jake's best shot at the military is fucking Charleston White and a bunch of gang members.
Come on, man.
That's the military of Israel. You know, the MI, what's the cartel?
Yeah.
You know, that's the best that Jake has, man.
Right, and them niggas is funded by Esau anyway, right? Feds all in the midst of that cartel shit, man. But that's a whole nother story. But anyway, yeah, Psalm 91. Go back. Yeah, go back from the top.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 91 and verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High
That's right.
shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Yeah, which is really this knowledge, man. This knowledge is our covering. Go ahead.
Verse 2. I will say of the Lord Yahweh, He is my refuge and my fortress,
That's right.
my power, and Him will I trust.
That's right. We're gonna trust in Yahweh Shem Shai. Especially in these times now, man. Times are becoming dire, man. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler.
It said, surely he should deliver thee, man. All right, go ahead.
And from the noisome pestilence.
Yeah, which is going to be the missiles hitting the earth. It's going to be a noisome pestilence because, hey, the missiles are likened unto a plague. Right? Read on.
Verse 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers,
That's right.
and under his wings shalt thou trust.
Right, because we know when shit get real out here, we know that there's going to be a form of divine intervention, man. All right, remember, Daniel 12:1 tells you that, man. Hey, the times are going to get so dire on the earth that the Lord is going to send down Michael the archangel, man. Showing you how serious it's going to get on the earth, man. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 4. He shall cover thee. Salakia. Verse 5. Salakia, I'll just read verse 4 again.
You got it.
He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust.
That's right.
His shoe shall be thy shield and buckler.
Right, what is a shield and buckler? It's armor, man. That's why I was going in Ephesians the 6th chapter earlier, quoting that. It's time for you to put on the whole armor, which is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, to withstand against the wiles of the devil. All right? Because this man there, he's coming with it. Remember, hey, as we talked about, his rulership is limited, man. So he's going to come full force against the saints of the Lord. Right? Hey, another thing that's been heavy, that whole deep fake technology, man. That's gonna be, hey, that's the real deal. You can't even tell if that shit is real or not, man. And they're gonna use that to frame, to set you up. Okay?
Even with that AI technology, not only is deepfake accessible on the physical, they're even excelling the technology with voice.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To where you see it happening with these rappers, but that technology is accessible and it will be used to demonize the prophets, man.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, RT brought it out, man. Basically, the feds, they want to weaponize the shit. So you already know what time it is, which we knew that from Jump Street. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that it got put out there, right? They're gonna weaponize that technology and start framing you, man.
You're not ignorant of Satan's
We
devices.
ain't ignorant of Satan's devices, man. You know? So hey, just keep your head on the swivel. It's some very evil times. That's why you got to put on that shield and buckler, man.
They have this thing called ChatGPT, where you can just type in a prompt and it'll basically have the computer do whatever you ask it to do, man. It can make whatever images you want it to make. It can create whatever, narrative. It can write a whole book if you wanted it to.
Yeah.
So if that's what they're, allowing the public to see, just imagine what they have behind the scenes.
Yeah. That's the fulfillment of Daniel's 12. Give me that where it says knowledge shall increase. Right? Because that's what you call, because the advancement in this technology, which was the term quantum leap. Right? We live in an age where now, hey, we talking about flying cars, every technology being put inside you, so everything, your vital organs and all of that can be monitored. You know what I'm saying? LED TVs, smartphones, smart refrigerators, all this crazy stuff. All right? Electric cars. Right? Go ahead, Doc.
Daniel chapter 12 and verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end.
Yeah, so even into the time of the end. So the book had been sealed for a period of time until the time of the end. When you read Revelation 5, 1 through 5, it tells you what? That the Lion of Judah, he broke the seals. The root of David, he broke those seals, which enabled us to have the understanding now, man. Right? Because we're in the end. Go ahead.
Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
You see that? Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase, man. So we live in an age of technology, all right? AI, a technocracy, right? What they call, Esau calls it an augmented reality. That's why you got the metaverse and all this madness, merging man with machine, transhumanism.
Those
right?
lines are getting blurred more and more every day.
Yep.
To whereas you had mentioned the deepfake technology, the artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality. These things are starting to blur the lines between what is real and what's fake.
Right.
And a lot of these people are going to be ensnared by the things that this devil is going to use to go ahead and pretty much use to pretty much trick people into believing what they want.
This is the highest level of witchcraft that we see right now, man. Because remember, part of Esau's power is what? His deception. That's his power. It's part of his sword, man. And he's going to exercise that as we get closer and closer to the fall of his kingdom. Right? So anyway, that was the point. We can go back to that.
This is Psalms chapter 91. Chapter 91 and verse 6. Salaki, verse 5.
Yep.
Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day.
Yeah, which is going to be the missiles. Right? Hey, remember, the doomsday clock is 90 seconds from midnight, man. Right? Even Esau's wise men and scholars got a countdown to his demise. You know? Go ahead.
The doomsday clock.
Yep.
You know, that's not coincidental. They don't just set these things up for no reason.
Right.
They don't have people that watch current events for no reason, man. This is all intentional.
Yeah.
Because they know that this is coming, but you simple-minded people, like Noah Harari has said, we got to keep these people caught up with video games and drugs.
Yeah. Exactly. Folly is set.
Folly is, hey.
You know? You got a T.I. and Lil Boosie disc that's out right now. More distractions. Yeah. Remember, hey, was it last year you had the Will Smith smack? You know? The Will Smith Chris Rock smack. Yeah, the smack that caught around the world, that was the talk of town, right? It's always some type of folly and distraction to keep the minds of the people off of what's really going on. Because the reality of it, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua about to smack the shit out of all you people. Right? And you didn't even know it. That's it, man.
Jumping back to Psalms 91 and verse 6. Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Nor of the destruction that wasteth at noonday, man, because the noonday represents what? The height of Esau's power. We're there right now. Job was the 20th chapter, the fullness of his sufficiency, man. We right here, man. Klaus Schwab, Noah, Yuval Harari, all right, these high-level crackers on the platform talking about, look, we here, man. We got the technology, right? We about to change reality. There's gonna be a new way of buying and selling.
And they're boasting in it, man.
Yeah, man.
Saying blasphemous statements. We don't need God. We're really acquiring God powers, divine powers. We don't need the earth, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you got it.
It says, this from Yuval Noah Harari. It said, we are really acquiring divine powers in creation and destruction. We are really upgrading humans into gods.
See?
We are acquiring, for instance, the power to re-engineer life.
And this is the psyche of your leaders, man. Jake is so caught up in the Cardi B's, the folly of this world, but you're not hearing what these people that are up in high influence of elites that are actually talking about, man.
Yeah.
This is the real discussions that are being had amongst these elites.
Yeah.
How to further their agenda.
Enterprise.
How to further their enterprise, man. Which is to ultimately ensnare you and put that implantable device inside you, man.
Yep, yep. You're gonna be tracked and you're gonna be owned by the elites. That's the end goal.
And
Right.
the title of that article said the era of free will is over.
See?
So they, like the other said, man, they want access to all your life, man. They want to control every aspect of everything you do, man. Your thoughts, your movements, your purchases, everything, man.
A whole nother stratosphere, man.
Yep.
And when they put it inside of you sheeple, which they will do, it's ultimately going to be a snare to you, man. And it's going to be a reason why you're going to die in that lake of fire, the thermonuclear missiles, pursuant to Revelations 14:9-10.
That's right.
That's the fate of those that take that implantable device.
Yep.
When this devil when he rolls out that mandatory charagma, that implantable device, pursuant to Revelations 13 and 16, those that take it, those that waver, that bow the knee, they're gonna be the ones that are gonna die.
Yeah. Hey, people already got that CHIP in their body right now, man. Right? Remember, Switzerland was the first to really get it going. When they had them lockdowns, man, Switzerland, they was good. They was chilling. They was kicking it, man. Because them people already had the device inside of them. Right? But this is what we telling you is getting ready to come sooner than what you realize, man.
And in the midst of all this madness, as we're reading in Psalm, the 91st chapter, the title of the header of this chapter, my sword says, the security of the godly. You know? So in the midst of madness, we're going to be taken care of.
Yeah.
You know?
Look at that big dog.
Lord will make a way.
Yeah, the Lord is going to make a way, man, for his servants, man.
We believe that. We believe that. We go out, finish it out.
Back in Psalms 91 in verse 7.
That's right.
1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand,
I know.
but it shall not come nigh thee.
Yeah, see that? That's going to be the way about that destruction, man. It's going to be a lot of death. Isaiah 66 and 15. Give me that real quick. All right, it's going to be a lot of people that's about to die, man. That's what we're trying to tell you out here, man. It's not a joke. Right?
It's Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind,
Yep.
to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
That's right.
For by fire and by his sword shall the Lord plead with all flesh.
That's right.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Hey, thus saith the scriptures, man. The slain of the Lord shall be many. It's going to be a lot of people getting put to death.
People fail to realize how the Lord really gets. brother just read from the scriptures that the slain of the Lord will be many.
Yep.
People forgot about what happened on the first death. The Lord only preserved Noah, his wife, his sons, and their wives.
Yeah, that was the elect at that time.
Exactly.
You know, I got something. Yeah, but I don't want to work with it. Right?
Yo!
Yeah, he tripped. Isaiah 24. Isaiah 24, verse 6. And it reads, therefore have the curse devoured the earth. What is the curse? Nuclear destruction. All right? Therefore the curse have devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. You see that? The inhabitants of the earth are about to be burned, man. All right? That's the second death. And few men left, man. Right? Let's go back to Psalm 91. You got it? Yeah, bring it up.
So Jeremiah 12 and 12. The spoilers are come upon all high places, through the wilderness. For the sword of the Lord shall devour from the one end of the land, even to the other end of the land.
Man.
No flesh shall have peace.
Man.
So, as brothers have been reiterating, man, it's going to be a great mass death out here, man. All at the hands of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And it needs to happen, man. We need to see all this wickedness purged from the earth, man.
That's right.
So we're hoping for this great death to come, man.
Yeah. That's really going to be the grand finale. The icing on the cake with the cherry on top, as they say, man. This place getting smoked. All right? The unquenchable fire, man, is the elders and apostles going into, man. That fire is literally going to burn out. Ain't going to be quenched with no water. Ain't going to be no force of winds. It's just going to have to burn out, man. See?
Can I say something? And you read the Numbers 12. Numbers 12, all the way to 7. You ain't talking about the come over in there.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about when the Most High plagued Miriam for talking shit against Moses. Nah, that's cool. No, because he was talking about that leprosy earlier. That's why he made mention of that.
Psalms 91 and verse.
Wherever you stopped at.
Psalms 91 and verse 8. Only with thine eyes shall thou be.
See the fall of our enemies, man. He's going to allow us to see this place get destroyed, man. When the elect are taken up into the chariots.
But
all right?
every nation, tribe, and tongue.
Go ahead. Got it. Yeah, because hey, that's how it's gonna go down. Lord willing, we be the ones to see the reward of this place, man. To see that that recompense. Right?
So Revelation chapter 15 and verse 2.
That's right.
And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire.
Yeah, that's the elect in those chariots, right? The Lord is gonna allow the elect to look down upon the earth in that transparent glass. Right?
And them that had gotten the victory over the beast.
Yeah, these are the men that got the victory over the beast. That's the elect. Right? They were redeemed from the earth. Go ahead.
And over his image.
Over his image, over the system. Go ahead.
And over his mark.
Yeah, over that charagma.
And over the number of his name. Stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High.
Right. So they're going to be singing the song of Moses, man. They're going to be giving glory. You can finish it out 2 more verses. You all good?
So back in Revelation 15 and verse 3.
Yep. Got it.
Revelation 15 and 3. And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, say, great and marvelous are thy works.
That's right.
Lord, power almighty, just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints.
Go ahead.
Who shall not fear thee, O Lord, and glorify thy name?
Man, see that? Go ahead.
For thou only art holy, For all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest.
See that? So thy judgments are made manifest, meaning the ones that got the victory, the elect, they physically saw the judgment of Babylon play out on the earth, man. You know how glorious and marvelous that's going to be, man? And fearful at the same time? To be saved from that? Get that in Revelation 11, man, where the Lord he called us up into the chariot, Revelation 11 and 12, read down. And then go to Revelation 19 after that. We'll drop that Psalm 91, that was the point.
Revelation 11 and verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them,
Yep.
Come up hither.
Right, so the elect are going to literally hear the voice of Yahushua, man. Come up hither. Right? Go ahead.
Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud.
And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. Salvation. The elect were beamed up from the destruction. Go ahead.
And their enemies beheld them.
And their enemies beheld them. So that shows you that the enemies of the Lord's people, of the saints, they're going to see the salvation, man. It tells you that throughout the scriptures, man. That our enemies are going to see the salvation. All right, go ahead.
And that same hour was there a great earthquake.
That's that noisome pestilence, as we read in Psalms 91. In that same hour was a noisome pestilence, a great earthquake. Go ahead.
And the 10th part of the city fell.
The 10th part of the city represents America, man. Right? Go ahead.
And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000.
Yeah, which 7 just means completion. So this destruction is going to be a complete destruction. The slain of the Lord shall be many. Go ahead.
And the remnant were affrighted.
You see that? So going back, just looking it up, with Revelation 15, right? It says that the remnant, those that were saved from this, they were affrighted. Imagine that, man. Imagine the missiles coming down, hitting the earth, and the earth rocking, the whole planet Earth rocking. And then here it is, you get taken up before that wall of fire comes and takes you, man. You got to visualize that, man.
Heart still beating fast.
Right. And brothers that had visions and dreams about that. As they were getting taken up, the missiles was coming down. They actually saw the missiles coming down as they was taken up into the chariot. Brothers gave testimonies about that. So that's heavy, man. And that's how it's going to play out. You know? Read on.
And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven.
That's right. So, they were frightened and they gave glory to Yahweh Shai, man. Right? Don't the scriptures say that the righteous shall scarcely escape? You're going to barely make it off the skin of your teeth, man. That's crucial, man.
That's why brothers say we're the hopeful.
A hopeful elect, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
You see that? The second woe is past, World War II, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, which is World War III, which Donald Trump is not going to stop, man. Right? Nobody's stopping. Nobody's about to offset the will of the Lord, man. All right? World War III is Bible prophecy, man. All right? Matter of fact, let me add on to that, because before you get that Revelation 19, and this is how you know this shit's about to pop off. Hold on. I got something too.
This is Sirach chapter 25 and verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue.
That's right.
A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies.
Woo! See, he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies, man. And Lord willing, man, I pray to the Lord to see it, man. I want to see the whole story play out, man.
All evil destroyed.
Come on, man. You know, we all pray that prayer, man. We want to see it, man. We want to see it go down, man. Right? And like I said, just add on, that was enough. Yeah. Just want to add into the fact that how you know that this third woe coming quickly, right? This is from the Small Hat Post. It says, Putin says Russia is in a fight for the existence of the state, right? Now remember, Putin said this. He said, if Russia can't exist, then why does the world need to exist? That's the mindset he in. Proverbs 21:1, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, and he turneth it whithersoever he will. Right? He got, the Lord turning this thing up. It says Putin has framed Moscow's year-long invasion as a defensive pushback against what he sees as a hostile West bent on expanding into Russian territories, man. And that's why all of this stuff is going down. It's basically NATO has been trying to expand their campaign in Russia's backyard, man. So Russia has every right to defend itself, man. You know? It says Russian troops keep coming in waves along the front line in eastern Ukraine. Ukrainian soldiers said on Tuesday, as President Vladimir Putin reaffirmed his view that Russia's very existence as a state was at stake in the war. See that? So Russia's saying, like, look, man, their existence is on the line. So what you think? They're gonna do what the fuck they're gonna do. Right? If your life was on the line, ain't you gonna defend yourself? See?
That's that lying tongue, man. You know? That's Esau's lying tongue for you, man. He's gonna try and masquerade it as though he's doing something for good, right? Knowing damn well his track record has never been for anything of good. It's always for his benefit.
That's it, man.
You know? And as the elder has said, you're supposed to fight for your life, man. You know that this devil, if he sets up NATO right next adjacent to your country, you know how much access that is? Imagine if Russia managed to set up shop in Mexico.
Right.
America's gonna be like, oh hell no.
Right.
Hell no.
Exactly.
You know?
Right.
That's why they're fighting so feverishly, man.
Right.
Because they're at the point of no return at this point, you know? So they basically Putin he's gonna keep going until America steps in, and then they both gonna shoot missiles on each other.
Yeah.
You know, that's the point. Because Russia understands that if they stop fighting, they're done for. So they might as well fight to lose, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, they have nothing else to lose, man.
Yeah, that's why Putin said there's no victor in nuclear war. Nobody wins. So, hey, and that's the spirit, man. And keep this thing going. Because, hey, at the end, we know that the elected Yahweh Shem Shah gonna win. That's needed to usher in a new heaven and a new earth.
That's the new superpower.
Yeah.
All of these quote unquote superpowers that are fighting for supreme dominance, when they shoot those missiles out of the silo, they're gonna hit one another, and all of that shit is gonna phase out. And then New Jerusalem is gonna come down.
That's it, man.
To establish the kingdom of heaven on earth, man.
Yeah.
A nation, a world governed by the Israelites.
Yeah. Hey, that's the mastermind. That's the mastermind of Yahweh Shem Shah. That cataclysm is needed, right, to bring in a new heaven and new earth, man. Right. So if you ain't for it, then you gonna get destroyed, man.
Yes.
You against it.
And
Right.
if you want to fence about it, you against it, man.
That's it.
The Lord ain't doing the back and forth. I'm on the fence shit.
Right.
Either you with Israel or you against it.
That's it, man. That's it. You got it, brother. Bring it out.
It's Psalm chapter 33 and verse 4. For the word of the Lord is right, and all his works are done in truth.
Woo, man.
He loveth righteousness and judgment. The earth is full of the goodness of the Lord. And the goodness of Yahweh Shem Shai is what, man? His judgments. You know, that goodness, that mercy that he's going to put on the elect is him judging this place, man, and destroying all the wicked foundations, man. That's the goodness of Yahweh Shem Shai, man.
That's it. The Lord said his word would not go out void, man. Right? Hey, the purpose of the will of the Lord is going to stand. Real quick. I got it. Isaiah 14 and 26. And it reads, it says, this is the purpose. It's a lot here. Isaiah 14 and 26. This is the purpose that is proposed upon the whole earth. And this is the hand that is stretched out upon all the nations. For the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah of hosts, have proposed. Who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out. Who shall turn it back? See? So there's no turning back the prophecies, man. The third woe cometh quickly. Babylon's season finale is almost over, man. All right?
Ephesians 5 and 16. Redeeming the time because the days are evil.
That's right.
Verse 17. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. And that's the importance, to understand the mind of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Why is it that these things are happening? To understand its purpose. Because to the Lord's will is a purpose, man.
That's right, brother.
Okay? And as the elder had beautifully said, this cataclysmic event, the Babylonian season finale, the season finale has to happen in order for the new season to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is Israel.
It's time for a fucking new show, man.
Yeah.
We tired of this show, man.
Price is right. 40 seasons deep.
Right. It's time for a new show, man. Shit. You got it, I'll bring it out. Revelation 19. Yeah, start from the top and get the word in the blue letter for whore in that verse.
So Revelation 19:1. And after these things I heard a great voice of much people in the heaven, saying, Alleluia, salvation and glory and honor and power unto the Lord our power.
Right, which we just read about in Revelation 15. Right? Those that got victory over the beast, his number and his name. How they sing praises to the Lord. Right? Go ahead.
For true and righteous are his judgments.
Woo, for true and righteous are his judgments. Go ahead.
For he hath judged the great whore.
See that? For he have judged the great whore. Who is the great whore? America, man. Babylon. This is future prophecy. Give me that word for whore real quick.
This is the word whore in the blue letter, Strong's G 4204. A woman who sells her body for sexual use.
Yep.
A prostitute, harlot, one who yields herself to defilement for the sake of gain.
Yep.
Any woman indulging in unlawful sexual intercourse, whether for gain or for lust.
Read on.
Metaphorically, an adulteress. Of Babylon,
Yep.
i.e. Rome, the chief seat of adultery.
Woo! See that? Read that last part again.
Gone. Of Babylon, i.e. Rome.
Yup. Because, hey, Babylon, America is what? Rome 2.0. Hey, the deadly wound that was healed. That Greco-Roman influence, that spirit that's manifest all throughout this place, man. It said Babylon and what? What did it say? Read it again.
I.e. Rome,
Yep.
the chief seat of adultery.
The chief
Idolatry.
the chief seat of idolatry, man. All manner of wickedness is exercised here in this modern day Rome, man. Idolatry, Satanism, paganism, witchcraft, sorcery, right? All types of shit, man. Covetousness. That's the energy of this place, man.
And the energy associated with it is fully contrary. It's fully contrary to what is righteous, man. You know, here it is. For us to exalt righteousness, we're a problem.
Right.
Right? Because this is the chief seat of idolatry, man.
Chief seat.
So any promotion of righteousness is seen as wicked in the eyes of the wicked.
That's the spirit. It said the chief seat of idolatry. Go to Jeremiah 51 and get verses 6 and 7. All right. It said of Babylon, Rome, the chief seat of idolatry. That's this place, man. The mother of harlots, abominations, as the scriptures say, man. It's all exercised here. Right?
Can I pull up something right quick?
No, pull it up. What you got?
This is the word chief when you look it up in the blue chief in the free dictionary. One who is highest in rank or authority. A leader. This is where all the influence of the world is pumped out, right?
Exactly.
Okay, is this not the authoritarian, the superpower of the earth?
Yep.
And that's why you see idolatry perpetrated whenever America goes through like imperialism and they go throughout these various countries.
Yep.
What's promoted? Their philosophies, their way of thinking. Like how you got going over right now in Africa. America is trying to strip the funding of, I believe it is Uganda, saying that if you don't push the Mo agenda, you're going to lose your funding.
Exactly.
You know? Showing that this is the cheap place.
Right. That's why these nations, they got to sell out in order to get the gain, as you said. Right? Whole Revelation 17, to read verses 1 through 2, that it explains that as well before we go there. Just to make that point. That's a good point.
Revelation 17 and 2?
Yeah, Revelation 17 and 2.
This is Revelation chapter 17 and verse 2. I'll start at verse 1.
Yeah, you got it.
Revelation 17 and 1. And there came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore.
Woo, see, there again, it came up again. I will show you the judgment of the great whore.
It's already written.
Come on, man.
Do about it. Except get right or get left.
That's it, man.
I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore.
That's right.
That sitteth upon many waters.
Right, the many waters represent the people and nations. Read on.
Verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication.
See that? Who the kings of the earth have committed a fornication. Read on.
And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
So like you said earlier, in order to get the aid from America and to prosper and all of that, you got to sell out. You got to adopt that Western way, right? Which pretty much defiles the land. It defiles the inhabitants in the land. You know, this is why you got women over there in these other countries twerking, you know, twerking and shit. You know, porn is pushed real heavy. Alphabet gang, pedophilia and all of that. These heathens talking about they transformers now. That's all from accepting the customs and the ways of America, man. The chief of nations, right? Like we read the definition of whore. It said the Babylon, i.e. Rome, the chief seat of idolatry, man. So that's why they want to take away the funding from Uganda, because Uganda ain't with that mo shit, man.
You had a lady, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was, I believe the term that they used is prime minister in Uganda. It may have been Uganda, but it was a video of this interviewer. She was asking this person, she was like, well, what do you think about gay rights?
Yeah, I remember that. I saw that. Yeah.
She kept asking her, like pushing the narrative as to make it seem as though she's like against it, she's hateful. And she was like, look, we're not gonna tolerate that in our land. She was like, so you don't think that, are you saying that you're gonna kill people? And she like, yo, like you're gaslighting.
Right.
See, that's one thing Esau gonna do.
Yeah.
Esau, the so-called white man's gonna gaslight your ass to the point where you're gonna be confounded in your own words.
Yeah, that nigga slithery, man.
Slithery is all hell. She done said the shit 500 times.
Right.
How many more ways can you flip the word no?
Exactly.
It's 2 letters.
Right. That's why they set them celebrities up on TV. When that subject comes up and they ask how you feel about this and that, and the get out of jail free card is like, look, I love everybody.
Yo, that's just you, man.
You know, I love everybody. I ain't got no problem with nobody, you know?
As long as y'all keep that over there, we
Yeah.
good. That's
Fuck
Jake
that.
go-to. Because
Fuck
Jake know damn well they don't fuck with that shit. But they not willing to separate themselves from society. They not willing to go against the status quo. Right?
They know that they be blackballing themselves.
Exactly.
They did. You
And-
see, what's his name? Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union getting awards for damn near chopping their son Rod off, man. You know, that's the state of these people, man. And the rest of the world is afraid to come up against that, man. You know, because it means that, like the brother said, you gotta cut everything else off, man.
Yep.
You gotta separate yourself completely from Babylonian society.
Exactly.
And Jake isn't, they're not ready for that, man. They're not ready to forego the customs of this world, man.
Exactly.
They don't got no integrity, man. You know, they go with the status quo, even though in their spirit they know damn well they're not with it. I got a quick precept if I may.
You got it.
Psalms 94:16.
That's the spirit.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Yeah, the Lord's asking a question. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Who gonna stand up in righteousness? Go ahead.
Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
Or who will stand up for me for the workers against the workers of iniquity? And that's the elect. That's the men of the Lord, man. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. That the righteous will stand in great boldness before the face of such that afflicted them, man. We're the only ones. That's it. We're the only ones that are standing up for true righteousness. You know?
The leaders of our people, you know, these false leaders that lead them in error, pursuant to Isaiah 9:16, what do? They're under the banner of Esau. When they get to a high stature of leadership or influence or prominence, here Esau come with that duffel and say, look, you're going to do what I tell you to do.
Yep.
Or they might have an ultimatum like, look, if you don't do what I do, I'm going to knock your fucking head off.
All right.
Because they're not under the banner of Yahweh Shai.
That's it.
See, we're under the banner of Yahweh Shai. This is spiritual, man. Esau can't touch this.
Yep.
Esau could touch the cake. He could touch the Esau can touch the Black Panther Party, he can touch the Pan-African movement, but he cannot touch the rebuilding, the spiritual rebuilding of the house of Dawood, man. This is untouchable.
That's it, man. That's it. Get that Jeremiah 51, the whole Habakkuk 2. Because we're talking about, what was the definition of whore again? It said Babylon, i.e. Rome, the chief seat of idolatry, man. That's this place. Rome 2.0. All right? All the influences of Rome, the mindset, the spirit, all right, it's all being pushed here, man. Right?
So Jeremiah 51 and verse 7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken.
That made all the drunk. Hey, Babylon, America is responsible for making the earth drunk. Right? And when you go into that word drunk, it goes into what? Spiritual intoxication. All right? Laced in sin, basically. And that's what the filth, all right, and degeneracy that America has pushed amongst the world and made the world drunk. Right? Go ahead.
The nations have drunken of her wine.
See that? The nations have drunken of her wine. They drank of that cup. That Babylonian juice.
Can I get this right quick in the blue letter?
Go ahead, brother.
It says, when you look up made drunken, it's H7937, and you go down to the Strong's definition. It says to sedate with a stimulating drink, figuratively influence.
Ooh, see? That wicked influence, man. The nations have been seduced, right, by the ways of the wicked. The serpent, man. You know, basically that anti-Messiah spirit has been pushed, man.
Right.
You know?
Everybody out here fucking Satanists, man. Whether they're direct Satanists or indirect.
Exactly.
The anti-Hamashiach spirit is rampant throughout this land.
Right. The philosophy that's pushed is in some form of fashion in a way of anti-life, anti-righteousness. You know, whether it be the mindset, how these people act, things that they push, you know, it's all geared to be against the Lord. And that's what America pushes, that do as thou wilt spirit. Right? Go ahead, Al.
Jeremiah 51 and 7 from the top. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Yeah, golden cup is like a golden cup is like a prized possession. You know? Go ahead.
That made all the earth drunken.
See, going back to that being that chief influence. Go ahead.
The nations have drunken of her wine.
Yep.
Therefore, the nations are mad.
Yeah, that's why the nations are mad. And that's twofold, man. These nations are mad as hell, man. They mad because subscribing to the Western way has destroyed their economies, has destroyed their people and their nation, man. So that's why these nations are gearing up for war. That's why, prime example, when America got out of Afghanistan, what happened? The Taliban took over, and they put that shit back in order, right? Women, they weren't allowed to do whatever they was doing. You know? You see what I'm saying? They came back
on, man. What the fuck you doing out here?
They came back and exercised that, what's it called, Sharia law and whatnot. They trying to put that structure back, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Because Babylon is what? Confusion.
That's it.
Disorder. Dysfunction. You're like, damn, I don't even know what the fuck to do.
Come on, man.
What the fuck going on? That's why the spirit, like you be around people in the world and they be like, man, shit, I don't know. Can't call it.
Right.
Yeah, nigga, because you in Babylon.
I'm just existing.
I'm just here.
Right. Nobody don't know nothing, man. But it said that the nations are mad, man, and also they mad because they out of their damn minds, man. These nations have lost their way. Like it tells you, Habakkuk, give me that real quick. Habakkuk 2:16 talks about how Esau put the bottle to his neighbor and made him drink.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. Salakia. Verse 15.
Yep.
Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him.
Yes, that's basically what Esau did to the world, man. He forced that bottle down their throats.
Mad rape.
Right.
Mad, you scared.
You know? Drink this. You know?
Yo, just drink this.
Yeah.
No, I'm okay. I'm gonna drink this
Right,
shit.
right. Got these nations out their damn minds. Go ahead,
Continuing on. That puttest thy bottle to him,
Yep.
and makest him drunken also.
And making him drunken also. So not only, hey, so Esau, he came with that. He came with the bullshit, man. He allowed these nations to drink of that damn wine, man. The wicked philosophies, right? This is why you got people out in fucking in the Middle East talking about they transformers, right? I remember they had that thing called the. This is about last year, maybe 2 years ago. They had this big ass rave out there in Saudi Arabia, and it was called "In the Mouth of the Beast," which is spiritual. And here it is, you had them Israelites out there. It was out there smoking weed, doing drugs.
They had it confined.
And they had it confined, man. Women was out there wearing less clothes. You have moles out there, and the article that the news that was bringing it out was saying that, look, basically Saudi Arabia is starting to push the boundaries now. But the reason why that's happening is because that's the influence of what? Of the Western way, man. That's an example of how these nations are becoming drunk. See? Because they're not known for that shit, man. Hey, before that influence, man, hey, you get your head chopped off out there, man. Right? You get stoned to death. But now, you see how much that Western influence is taking hold of that place. Just like prime example, another place like Nigeria, man. Right? The Nigerians, them women out there, they have fully adopted that feminism shit. Right? Ruling over their man. Right? They just like the girls over here. You know?
That's why, you know, if you go across the country or across the world, man, and you hear a woman speaking English, you need to just leave her alone, man. You know, because that bitch been listening to fucking Cardi B,
you know it.
Megan Thee Stallion. She basically Americanized now, man.
Exactly.
You know, that whole, as the elder said, man, those philosophies are permeating through the entire globe, man.
Exactly.
You know, every country, all these women are seeking to come over here so they can fully express that wickedness, man.
Yeah, it's poison.
Because this is where the boundaries have no more. This is the land where that spirit of Aleister Crowley, do as thou wilt, that shit run rampant here.
Yeah.
We at the point now in society where you can't question nobody's life.
Yeah.
You can't question logic. Or actually, Salafi, you can't question bullshit.
Right.
Like logic is straight down, it's a base. Like, damn, why you talking like that?
Right.
Why you always want to tell me what to do?
Right.
I know my truth.
Exactly.
Like, nigga, since when did truth become subjective?
Right, exactly. Exactly. But this is literally the land of the free. Meaning free will. Do what you want, be what you want. Right? Go ahead,
It's Nahum chapter 3 and verse 4 in the NIV. It says, because of the wanton lust of a prostitute, alluring the mistress of sorceries, who enslaved nations by her prostitution and the peoples by her witchcraft.
Got it, brother.
You know, so all these nations have become enslaved to Babylon the Great, man. You can't separate yourself from this beast system once you get intertwined in it, man.
Yep.
You know, all these nations that are starting to see the harsh side effects of allowing American culture into your cities and your nation, man.
Exactly.
You know, now they're seeking to be free from it, but they can't because they're completely enslaved to the system now, man.
What's one of these ways of witchcraft? This shit right here. These mediums, the social media platforms, the internet, the TVs, they pumped up all those vibrations of the philosophies of Babylon, and they throw that shit over there, man. You know, and then it shifts the mindsets of these children. It shifts the mindset of these women, right? And then the men, you know, they're under the subjection of them in the next fucking couple of years.
Right.
This shit is, everything has purpose with this devil. Don't ever think for a second he's just doing this shit for the fuck of it.
Right.
No, this is because he's getting these nations drunk with his philosophies, man.
It's always an agenda. Read some more in that Habakkuk 2, down to 16. Then we'll go back to Revelation. No, before we go back to Revelation 19, get Habakkuk 2.
Habakkuk 2, verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory.
Yep.
Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered.
Right. So it says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Right? And the Lord has that, he has that shameful spewing on Esau's glory because it's all coming out. All right, it's all coming out about the shit that he does in secrecy, man. You know, his true intentions. You find out that this whole, I read an article, I think one of the brothers had sent, that this whole alphabetical thing where you got drags teaching kids in school, that's all funded by Amalek. You know? See, this devil's behind everything, man. He funds anything that's anti-Messiah against the Lord and righteousness. Hey, he's always behind that shit, man. Yeah, but these are supposed to be the people of the Lord, right? Brothers posted the clips from Jerusalem Times, and it talks about how Israel is the gay capital of the world. But how are these the people, the chosen people of the Lord? Right? But nobody, like the brother said, nobody questions that, man. Right? Go back to Habakkuk, read from the top where it talks about Habakkuk 2 and 6. You need to keep it at home. Give me that.
I know that.
This is Habakkuk. I'll start with that verse 4.
Yeah, you got it, brother.
Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Yeah, see? His soul which is lifted up through pride is not upright. So there's no way that this Edomite can be righteous, man. Right? Go ahead.
But the just shall live by his faith.
That's right.
Verse 5. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine.
See that? Going back to the wines and philosophies. He transgresseth by wine. He caused the whole world to be engulfed in sin, man. In wickedness, degeneracy, man. Abomination. He transgresseth by wine. By what? By pushing that Western way, which is poison. Go ahead.
He is a proud man.
See, he's a proud man. Here it is, this nigga talking about we're gonna go over this country to save the women, to change the laws. Like, who the hell are you?
Imagine somebody coming in your home and saying, I'm gonna set things in order.
Right.
Nigga, what?
That's why everybody want to go to war against his ass. Go ahead. Right.
Neither keep it at home.
Neither keep it at home. This man is everywhere. He's in everybody's personal affairs, man. All right? Changing shit up, pushing democracy.
Got an embassy in everybody's country.
Come on, man. Dictating on what you can and can't do in somebody else's land. Neither keep it at home. Go ahead, give me that precept.
Psalm 37 and verse 35. I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. You know, so if you look up a green bay tree, man, it's a large tree where it spreads out very wide at the top, man. You know, and that's what Esau Edom is doing, man. They're spreading their branches and roots in every society, man, in every nation. And it's destroying the earth, really, man. You look at the before and after of a lot of these places that adopt Babylonian philosophies, man. They end up looking destroyed, man. They always end up in a worse state than when they first, when they were living by their customs, man.
Jumping back, Habakkuk 2 and 5, who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell, man. Go ahead.
And is as death.
So everywhere he goes around the planet, it's nothing but death and turmoil, man. Right? Like we said before, every time there's some type of missionary overseas in Africa or some shit, you always find out that kids are getting raped. There's some pedophile shit going on. Sex trafficking shit. Out of nowhere, man. But it's supposed to be some Christian missionary, man. They over there to so-called save the kids and shit. Right? Everywhere he goes is hell and death, man. Societies are poisoned. Right? Cities are destroyed. You know? Go ahead, Ak. Come on, man.
They fall under that vibration of that king. You know, pursuing the Sirach, the 10th chapter. You know, they're now under the vibration and banner of Esau.
Yep.
And that's when the whole psyche flips.
Exactly.
And you could, like as the brother Kwanawaf has said, you could see it.
Yep.
You know, these Americans, they don't really see it because America is the epicenter, the chief seat of idolatry. But you can see the proof when you look up these images of these nations 30 years removed from America putting their feet on those lands. Yep.
That's why them nations want them out their land. You got Ishmael and all them other nations rising up, man. Because they see what that influence has done to their people, man. To their lands. Go ahead.
And is as death.
And as death. Go ahead.
And cannot be satisfied.
He can't be satisfied, man. Right here it is, he was given the whole earth. Right? He was given the fatness of the earth, the blessing of the sword, He still ain't satisfied, man. He ain't satisfied until he owns your soul, man. That's basically the end game of the elites. What do they want to do? They want to actually own you. They want to be God over you, man. By the way of his technology. You got it.
This is
This nigga's a madman. That's why he's gonna be stopped.
2 Thessalonians 2:4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God,
Yep.
or that is worship,
Exactly.
so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Right, and he's doing that now by forwarding this technology, this technocracy that we see, man. He's like, look, man, all right, you get the C-hip, we're gonna be able to monitor your body, all right, we're gonna be able to control your thoughts, okay? We're gonna legally own you, basically. They're gonna be able to track all your whereabouts, right? That's total slavery under this man's technology, man. And these were the people don't even know. They don't even realize what's getting ready to come, man. That's why we on the mountaintops screaming at you tribes, man. Don't take that fucking C-hip, man. Don't sell out to that beast. All right? Or you're going to be condemned. You know? Let's go back to Revelation 19 anymore. Yeah, go ahead.
And cannot be, Habakkuk 2:5 at the latter end.
That's right.
And cannot be satisfied,
Yep.
but gathereth unto him all nations.
Yep.
And heapeth unto him all people.
Yep. But gather unto him all nations and heap unto him all people. And he's trying to do that by the way of that New World Order, man. He's trying to heap and gather all nations unto himself, being God over the planet. Right? This is the mindset of Esau.
Knowing good and damn well he the cancer, he the root problem of every fucking thing.
Right. And he want to put himself on some type of moral high ground.
Right, here we need to, it's a problem building on the planet Earth that we need to go ahead and try and control carbon emissions.
Right.
Nigga, who the fuck is the problem? The people are the ruler. The world is under the vibration of you, nigga.
Exactly. But in the name of science, right, you got chemtrails, you got GMO foods, you see what I'm saying? You got polluted water, but science is the way, right? Homelessness,
Poverty.
you know, people are sick as hell. And here it is, these devils, they got the cures, right? But are they gonna give it? No.
They shun natural resources over they shun the natural herbs and remedies.
Right.
And they exalt pharmakia.
Exactly.
You know?
What's it called? Allopathic medicine, man. Which is what? Taking those drugs, which is sorcery. The use of cutting off limbs and shit. You know, surgeries. Right? The Lord made a natural way. But Esau, what does he do? He abhors that. He demonizes that, man. You see, that's why this man has to go. You see that? Let's go back to Revelation 19.
Revelation chapter 19 and verse 2.
Yep.
For true and righteous are his judgments, for he hath judged the great whore.
We have judged the great whore. America, Babylon. This is future prophecy. Go ahead.
Which did corrupt the earth with her fornication.
Which did corrupt the earth with her fornication, man. You cannot say that ain't America, man. Right? This ain't talking about the Vatican, man. Right? Because you had Jakes that said that. You know? That's the Vatican. No. This is dealing with Babylon, America, man. All right? America's influence has corrupted the planet. All right? And it's time for this place to be judged. Read on.
Which did corrupt the earth with her fornications, and hath avenged the blood of his servants at her hand.
And have avenged the blood of her servants at his hand. And that shows you what? That the servants of the Lord, the prophets are here in America. They're here in Babylon. It said, and avenged the blood of the servants at her hand. Right? Go ahead. Because, hey, you had the vision of Revelation 17, where you had John the Revelator. He was wooed off that stunning looking woman, which symbolized America, man. And what did it talk about? It talked about, you know, the servants of the Lord being martyrs and whatnot. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
And again they said, Hallelujah, and her smoke rose up forever and ever.
You see that? Hey, long period of time. the saints of the Lord, the elect that were saved, they gave glory unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. This is what John, the Revelator, saw. Once again, he saw the victory of the elect. He saw Babylon get smoked, get judged. Read on.
And the 24 elders and the 4 beasts fell down and worshipped the Most High.
Go ahead.
That sat on the throne, saying, Amen, Hallelujah. And the voice came out of the throne, saying, Praise your power, all ye his servants, and ye that fear him, both small and great.
That's right, go ahead.
And I heard, as it were, the voice of a great multitude, and as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of mighty thunderings, saying, Hallelujah, for the Lord power omnipotent reigneth.
That's right.
Let us be glad and rejoice, and give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come.
Hey, for the marriage of the Lamb is come. This is what we're telling you, Jakes. That the marriage of the Lamb is about to come, which is what? Salvation. All right? Getting delivered out of here. Go ahead.
And his wife hath made herself ready.
Ooh, his wife have made herself ready, which is what? The elect. That's them wise virgins that trimmed their lamps. They made themselves ready for the husbandman. That's what we doing now. We setting ourselves in order. We making ourselves ready. We're repenting, man. We're casting off the ways of darkness. Putting on the light. Putting on the true garments.
Aligning our mind to the Lord.
Come on, man.
As a woman is supposed to do to her husband.
Verse 7. Let us be glad and rejoice, and give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come.
Yep.
And his wife hath made herself ready.
Yeah, we ready, man. Go ahead.
And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen.
Yeah, that fine linen. All right. Go ahead, Slug. I mean to cut you off.
Clean and white.
Yeah, the fine linen, which is clean and white. All right, which is symbolic of the knowledge, man. All right, because remember, this knowledge is what's going to lead you to salvation. Wisdom, this wisdom is going to lead you of getting on that chariot, man. And also, the white garments ties into what? The victory. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Revelations 3 and 18.
Yep.
I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire,
That's right.
that thou mayest be rich, speaking of this truth,
That's right.
and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that thy shame, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear.
Man.
You know, the true holy covering.
That's it.
You know, to preserve you from the times of evil and ultimately the destruction.
Yep.
All right. Have your sin, your transgressions blotted out.
Yep. That's why the Lord said in Revelation 16, all right, that he comes as a thief in the night, and he's talking about to have blessed is he that keepeth his garments, lest he be found naked.
Accountable.
You got to have the correct doctrine. You got to have the truth. You got to be clothed in truth.
And anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see.
Woo, man.
Speaking of that spiritual eyesight, man. Spiritual foresight to see these things coming before they actually happen.
Exactly.
And to believe it.
Read down to verse 10 in that Revelation 19, and that'll be it.
Revelation chapter 19 and verse 9. And he saith unto me, Right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper.
Yeah, see, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper, man. As you link that up with Matthew chapter 22. Those that were worthy and bidden into the marriage, man. So blessed are they that are called to the marriage supper, man. To receive the salvation. To get aboard the chariot, man. Go ahead.
Blessed are they which are called into the marriage supper of the Lamb.
That's right.
And he saith unto me, These are the true sayings of the Most High. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not.
That's right.
I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai.
Right, and that shows you that the angels are our brothers, man. Right? Go ahead.
Worship the Most High.
That's right.
For the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
See that? The testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy, and that's when we come in. We come with the testimony of Yahweh Shah. We coming in the spirit of prophecy. All right? We're giving you the we're giving you the foreshadowing of these events that are about to play out throughout America, throughout the world, man. So that's why we said we're at the what you call it, the season finale. All right? The season finale of Babylon the Great, which is America according to the Bible, man. This place is about to go out miserably, man. Right?
You see it, and the people feel it, man. You know, these people always talking about some, yeah, we at the end of the world, ha 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 ha. Not understanding that, no, you're correct on that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that these simple-minded people aren't right on, but that's one thing that I give them to.
Yeah.
You are at the end of America, man.
That's it.
According to biblical prophecy, it's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles.
And Lord willing, this summer be a hot summer, man. You know, you see the fluctuation in the economy, like we talked about earlier, the panic. You know they're coming with a new germ, more lockdowns, Bill Gates buying up all the farmland. So we see the turmoil and calamity already set in stone.
This is a controlled collapse. This devil has to collapse this existing system in order to try and establish that NWO.
Yeah.
We really in the NWO. And
Right now.
It's Xing out the old system gradually.
Exactly.
To where it's gonna catch the people off guard when he presents that charagma to them.
Exactly.
As the solution, as the remedy to all of the problems that he's caused.
Yeah. Real quick, Revelation 13, where it says he speak like a lamb. Give me that real quick. All right, because the scriptures say that a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
Simple passes on and up there.
That's it. Revelation 13 and 11.
So Revelation chapter 13 and verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon.
Right, so he had two horns, and it says he spake like a lamb. Okay? Now we know the two horns, you know, the Republican Party, the Democrats, all right, which are basically two wings of the same bird. All right? These niggas eat dinner and play golf with each other. All right? Everything you see on TV concerning politics, all that shit is WWE, man. Right? It's just a show. And you people are caught up in it, man. So read it again.
This Revelation 13 and 11. I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb.
Yeah, he had two horns like a lamb, and that lamb also represents like salvation. All right? And how Esau is presenting himself as a lamb, you know? Like, trust us, trust the system, we got you. You know, we're going to bring forth peace. You hear about Trump talking about, you know, he's going to be the guy to stop World War III. Biden is telling you, look, the banking systems are all good, and there's no reason to worry. People are going to get their money back, that lost money. You see what I'm saying? Here, take this C-HIP. This is the new innovative way. This is how human beings are going to be upgraded. You're going to become super intelligent. You know, all of the things that these devils are presented as a lamb. You know? Go ahead.
And he spake as a dragon.
But in due time, he's going to speak as a dragon because he's going to lock this shit down, man. And you're going to see the implementation of these draconian laws. Right?
You got a glimmer of that at the latter end of the mandates.
Yep.
With the jab. Shit got real spooky for Jake.
Yep.
He was like, yo, if you don't take that shit, you're just going to die.
Yep.
Sorry. Everybody that took it, hope you have a great holiday.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're going to lose your job. Sorry. But everybody that got it, great job. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, and then Jake bent that motherfucking knee, man.
Exactly.
Because they ain't had no faith in the Lord. They ain't know which way to turn in that moment.
Exactly.
And that shit's going to be amplified. You think that shit was bad? Wait until this man collapses the system and he gives you that as the only option to exist within the market.
Let's see him. Yep. That's where he's going to speak like a dragon again. Because it tells you that when you read later on in the chapter, it says what? He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive an M-A-R-K in their right hand or in their forehead. That's going to be draconian measures. Because he's going to constitute it. He's going to make it law. He's going to enforce that, man. So we're going to see that, man. That's the prophecies, you know? That's pretty much the point, man. So, hey, keep your head on the swivel. Continue to watch out, you know, for Bible prophecies, man. These things are coming to pass. Watch and pray always, man. All right? Though it tarry, wait for it. It shall surely come. It will not tarry, you know? So we pray that this camp was edifying. You know, we will give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Akakadash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us the truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring, the house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers. Shalom. Hey, Kwam Yashala. Abba Babal. That's right.